Alright, what's going on, guys? Confusion back again with more CSGO tournament predictions. So, before we get started with the actual predictions themselves, I'm going to apologize for the really bad format. I'm just pushing this video out quick because I got school stuff to do. I have a big test, the SAT. If you live in America, you should know what it is. SAT is coming up. So, I'm just getting this out there for the sake of getting it out there. The Stockholm one should be a little more higher quality than this, so once again, I apologize. But we're back with the Zotac Cup Masters predictions. It's an 8-team tournament format. 5 invites and 3 qualified. The qualified teams were Kinguin from Europe, MVP PK from the Asian qualifier, and Optigaming from Ghost Gaming from North America. So how the tournament works, it's just all brackets. The quarterfinals and the semifinals are both best of 3s, while the grand finals are best of 5. So the matchups for the first quarterfinals are Flash Game and MIBR, Tyloo Kinguin, MVP Virtus Pro, and Ghost Gaming going up against Optic Gaming. So I'm going to start up at the top. MIBR, Flash Gaming, MIBR, the acquisition of Tarek not too long ago. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they had a tournament with him since. I think E-League was his first tournament. Might have been. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably will be wrong, but this is the MIBR's last chance. I think they just came off a boot camp. I don't know why I said it's their last chance, but it's their last chance to get better, I guess, in a say, before the major comes up. Or actually even Stockholm coming up. Stockholm's the next tournament they're in, but Stockholm's a big tournament compared to this. This could just be a walk in the park in theory. But later on, who knows? They're going up against Flash Gaming, who has Attacker. It's the old VG Flash roster. They broke apart from the VG, so now they're just Flash Gaming. Key players on that team are Attacker. It's really just Attacker. He's pretty good. He's like Bentet, a little less skilled, but he's essentially that hard carry on Flash. So when you look at the MIBR Flash Gaming series, you're going to have to look towards players like Stewie to go off, because it's just Stewie going up against lower tier competition. He can some reason pull stuff out of his ass. He does really well. Other players, I think Fur is gonna have a good game. Maybe Tarek, I'm not sure. Cold Zero is the player you want to have a good game if you're an MIBR fan, because when he goes off, MIBR are pretty good at securing a win. I forgot a big move. They actually got Yanko as a coach before their boot camp, which is gonna help them significantly. Because when you looked at MIBR before the acquisition of Yanko, their strats were just really sloppy, really messy. Everything they were doing, it kind of had made no sense at times. Their T-sides were not on point to what Fallen standards are back in Luminosity and SK. So with Yanko, he's going to iron out those edges. He's obviously an ex-player, the weatherman on the analyst desk. Really good with the tactics. I think that boot camp, although they didn't play many top teams from what I'm aware of, I think Tarek streamed it. They were playing, I think, Spanish. They were in Spain, I know that. But I don't know what teams they play. They could have played some good teams. They could have not. I don't know. But I think it would help them a bit. And even if they didn't go through the boot camp, just Yanko, they're going to beat Flash Gaming relatively easily. I'm going to say a 2-0. Maybe one map can go. Flash can get 10 rounds, but I really don't think it's going to happen. I think MIBR's path through this one's really easy. So I'm going to call MIBR to move on to the semifinals. Excuse me for a sec. Sorry about that. Next matchup. Tyloo and Team Kinguin. Kinguin obviously wasn't the team that at least I thought were going to make it through Europe. I thought it was going to be Imperial. They were looking really good. But with that team, it's like Esperanto or nothing. It's stupid. Their team's weird. Like, I like the team. I think Esperanto's a good player. Nuki's a good player. I think this is a real chance for Haji to come up. And then who else you got? You got Nexa, I think. Yeah, Nexa's still on the team. And then Poon, who's the newest guy along with Haji. And they're going up against... no, they're not even in the tournament. What am I saying? I get ahead of myself a lot in these videos. But they were the favorites for the European thing. But Kinguin, Taz, and company, they picked up the dub. Then they made it to the tournament to go face Tyloo, a.k.a. Bentet and the slightly well-oiled machine. Key players in the match... No, I don't really have any for Kinguin. There's probably someone they're a really good player, but I wouldn't know. I don't watch that much Kinguin. For Tyloo, it's obviously Bentet. He's like the superstar from the Asian scene at the moment, the best player. He could be maybe a top 10 player in the world if he keeps this form up in my mind. But the other part, actually, no, before I move on, Excaret, who's also there in IGL and op, who's actually a relatively good player. When he's hitting his shots, Tai Lu can look pretty dangerous. They didn't really do that at IM Shanghai. They made it to the finals, but then got bodied by NRG, who I thought were going to be fucking trading everyone after they lost the minor. But they stuck together. I think it's a good move for them because they're going to be highly competitive. There we go. Highly competitive NA team in the future, along with Cloud9 and Liquid, and it's just one major. So far, in my mind, the face of major ain't gonna be anything exciting. Prove me wrong, but the stickers aren't even out in the tournaments in like 2 weeks, so that's not that good. But IEM Katowice is coming up in the future. NRG just gotta grind and prepare. But we're not talking about NRG right now. We're talking about Tai Lu. I get sidetracked a lot. I digress. Tai Lu up against Kingwin in the best of 3. Tai Lu are going to take a 2-1 in my mind. I think Kingwin are the kind of team that can take a map, but Tai Lu obviously have been exposed to more top-tier competition. They've made it to lands like Sydney, and they've made it to... I think they made it to Cologne. They've been to more lands. They've played the top echelon of Counter-Strike, unlike Kingwin, who's really just been at that upper part of the Tier 3, Tier 2 scene. So I think Tyler are going to be able to use the slight experience they got from their times in tournaments, and they're going to take it 2-1 to move on to face MIBR. Next matchup, the Battle of the Elders in my mind. MVP PK, who is from South Korea, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're the South Korean team. Let me just check this. Sorry for some dumb scroll up. Yes, the South Korean team, they're going up against the Polish Elders of Virtus Pro, but with 2 young players, with Snatchy, and then I forgot his name. Oh, shit. I just hit my mic. What's his name? Mihu. Mihu's his name. Goddamn, I should know that. My bad. But I just hit my mic. Sorry for that. MVP in Virtus Pro. Although Virtus Pro, I think this is the last call for the Polish squad. I think if they don't perform here in the upcoming major, they might be in... I don't think they're in Stockholm. No, they're not. I don't think so, but if they don't perform here, nor do they perform at the major, I'm pretty sure the org's just going to be like, we're making the team international, sorry about it. I think they might keep Snatchy. Depends how his English is, because Snatchy's actually a really good player they picked up from AGO. But I think that was just a last resort move to keep the team Polish. But with all that, I still think they'll be able to beat MVP 2-0. MVP just really the Asian scene hunters. They really don't do much outside. Even though I think they qualified for IEM Chicago. So this won't be the last you will be seeing of MVP. In November, they'll be at Chicago. But I still think they're going to fall 2-0 Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro going to move on to the semifinals. And the last matchup, which I think will probably be the closest for some reason, Ghost Gaming going up against Optic Gaming. 2 North American organizations, 2 completely different rosters, obviously. Ghost Gaming was an all-American team until they picked up Crystal after the whole Imperial scenario. I think it's a good pickup for Ghost. Crystal obviously brings the IGL, the experience of EU, the decisive follow the leader troop style. His mid-round calls, even Steel tweeted out, are really helping the team. I don't know much about Pollo. I think it's who they got Pollo out of there. I don't know much about him, but I think this should help Ghost in the long run if they try to keep him for besides this event, because I think he's just a stand-in at the moment. I think there was a report from DK saying that he was signing, or it might have been Nell. It might have been one of them, either Nell or DK. They're both really good reporters, guys. But they're going up against Optic Gaming, who is an all-Danish roster. There used to be that stupid Shazam, Stanislaw, and then the 3 Danish guys. The 3 Americans just got overpowered. They just dropped them. Optic. I was actually watching Counterpoints, a show by Thorn, yesterday or a few days ago. And I think one of the guys, the Imperial coach, was actually on there, and he was talking about how Optic don't really practice that much compared to most other European teams. But I think in the long run, especially coming up to the major, that could affect them. In Stockholm. Yeah, they're in Stockholm too. I think for Stockholm in the major, that could affect them. But for this series, in this tournament, I'm not going to call them to win the tournament. I don't think so, but... Oh, excuse me. I'm having problems today, but... I think they're going to be able to take this series. I'm going to say 2-1, though. I think Ghost going to be able to sneak away a map. Maybe Optic... I don't think Optic's the kind of team to prepare for their competition. Well, I think Ghost are... Knowing they're the underdogs, I would think Crystal, especially, would be watching demos. I don't think Optic would. They could probably steal a map away, but I think Optic, although kind of lazy in a way, they have better gun skill than Ghost, and that should usually, the matchup isn't especially a top tier match. Gun skill is mainly what propels a team to victory. So I'm gonna say Optic 2-1. We're gonna move on to play Virtus Pro. I'm just gonna do the snake thing, start from the bottom. Optic Gaming going up against Virtus Pro. This isn't really a semifinals matchup. This is more of a online qualifier semifinals matchup to qualify for like IEM Shanghai. But I think I'm going to take Optic in this. I don't really have much to say. I think if Snatchy has a good game, Virtus Pro can take it. I wouldn't be surprised if Virtus Pro take it. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if Virtus Pros come out of the gate and just fucking wham-a-damn everyone, to be honest. They could have been just whipping up something in the kitchen no one's even heard of and then just slap everyone at this tournament. I honestly wouldn't be surprised because Virtus Pro is a really weird team like that. But, unless, in my mind, at the moment, they'll probably prove me wrong because I'm pretty bad at predictions. But unless Snatchy and Mihu and Bialy have a really good game, I think Optic will be able to take the series 2-1. And they're going to move on to the grand final. They'll face the winner of Tyloo and MIBR. Made in Brazil, partially, because Tyra can steal you from America. This match, I'm going to get ballsy here. I'm going to get ballsy. I'm going to get really ballsy right now with the call. You know what I'm calling? I think Tyloo are going to beat MIBR. Yeah, that was really cringy. I'm sorry. But I do think... I think Tyloo are going to pull something out of their ass, something out of the rear end, open up the can of whoop ass in MIBR, and take the series 2-1. Move on to the grand finals. I don't know why. I'm feeling it. I don't think MIBR, they're overhyped in my mind. That's probably not going to happen. Don't be like, what? I thought Tyloo would have... No. My predictions are horrendous. Don't listen to it. Don't. MIBR is obviously the better team than Tyloo, no matter if they lose here or not. Always will be, unless Tyloo, Bentet just goes off in the next 10 years. I highly doubt that'll happen. But at the moment, for about 3 years, MIBR will be better than Tyloo. They are. They're the big favorites. But upsets can happen. They've been upsetted before. Tyloo's obviously an upset team in the top tier. They obviously became known back in, I think, 2015. I think it was 2015, or maybe 2016. Might have been 2016. Yeah, it was 2016 when they beat... Actually, the same team. That's actually pretty ironic. They beat... Back when MIBR were Luminosity, they beat them to qualify for the playoffs of a DreamHack Masters event. It might have been Malmo. I don't know. It might have been Malmo. But they did take them out of an event. I think it'll happen again 2-3 years later. Why not? 2-1, and they're going to move on to the grand final to play Optic Gaming in a fucking best of 5 no one wants to see. That's what I'm talking about, grand finals. Get that player break over. I'm going to say, if I was beating MIBR, I'd be shitting my pants. So I think they're going to use that momentum to beat Optic 3-2. I think it's going to be a really close series because, besides Ben 10 on Tyloo, Optic have way better gun skill than them. But I think Ben 10 is going to fly to the moon. And he's going to give Tyloo probably their biggest land win ever. There you go. Tyloo's going to be winning the tournament. That was my CSGO predictions for Zotac Cup Masters. If you enjoy, leave a like. And if you want to see more tournament predictions, please subscribe. Once again, I apologize for the quality of the video. My Stockholm predictions will be hopefully a lot better quality. It should be. My webcam will actually be plugged in. I will be talking through a webcam. You can see my ugly face. It'll just be better quality all around. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Peace. Alright, so you're going to be confused about this. I literally just stopped and put the video into Sony Vegas, and I was going to edit it. And I was like, I forgot to make my predictions on the esports pools, and I was like, why not record it and who do you think put it up? I don't know. So what I'm gonna decide to do for this one and stop whatever really tournament has a fantasy pool for skins. I'm just gonna put my predictions out there at the end after I talk. I will show you who I pick and why. So obviously the tournament starts at 4 hours, so probably by the time this is up, you'll probably have 2 hours to do it. But anyway, how this works is you make your picks. Some of them have different formats, but usually their own ones where you can pick skins is you can only pick 2 players from each team. So say I wanted Bintit, blah 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 blah. I couldn't pick like 3 players from Optic. I'd have to pick a different set. But you just pick 5 players. Who do you think are gonna do good? And then whoever you get points by whenever they get kills, they win the games, they win rounds. And whoever has the most points gets the prizes. Top 4 get prizes. They're not really worth that much. It's like a stat track Hellfire. I don't know how much that is. Cobalt, 2 Deagles, and then like a pistol. But I'm just going to make my picks and tell you why. First of all, well, I'm just going to enter the tiebreaker. I always enter 21 seconds. I don't know why. It's just what I do. I could really care less. But first of all, everyone, you know, if you know me, love me some Bintit. Bintat's obviously my #1 player to put on. First player to go through. He's always consistent. He never really fucks up. And I think he's going to get a lot of points. Second player. I'm tending to go down to the MIBR side. I'm gonna pick. I want to pick someone from my. I'm gonna pick. You ready for this? I'm gonna pick Bold Zero. I think he's gonna be able to come back again. If I'm gonna pick another player, I'm gonna pick Bialy. Actually, Bialy and Snatchy. You're gonna ask me why, but I just wanna. And then I'm gonna pick out of this. You'd think I pick Conflict. I'm gonna pick Yugi. I really don't. These aren't good tournament things, but whatever. This is my roster. If you're going to pick players, I'd pick probably Bialy, Bintit, and Coldzera. These I'm just picking because I really don't know that much about any of the other guys. But if I would be picking players, I'd probably pick Bialy, Bintit, Cold. I think those are the 3 players that you should have on your team. The other 2, you can pick whoever you're feeling, like whoever you like, whoever you're feeling. If you know more than I do, I probably wouldn't pick them, but that's about that part. So, once again, this is the second time I'm saying it today. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. And let me submit those, and thank you. Have a good day.